Good morning, students. Welcome to class 6, subject mathematics, chapter 10, mensuration. As today we are going to start this new chapter, so this is your lecture number 1. Our today's topics are introduction of perimeter, perimeter of a closed plane figure made up entirely of line segments, and perimeter of a rectangle. These three topics we will cover today, and we will try to complete our this chapter in nearly 10 lectures. So first topic is perimeter of plane figures. The perimeter of a closed plane figure is the length of its boundary. What is perimeter in simple words? If we will say, it is nothing but the length of its boundary. The unit of measurement of perimeter is the same as that of length, which means that if the length is given in meter, then the perimeter is also in meter. And if the length is given in centimeter, then we will find out perimeter also in centimeter. So unit of measurement of perimeter is the same as that of length. Now we will do perimeter of a closed plane figure made up entirely of line segments. We will find out the perimeter of those figures which made entirely of line segments. In the following figures, if you start from the point A, in each case and move along the line segments, the again reach the point A. See, some figures are given here. If we start from the point A in each of the figure and move along the line segments, then after some time we again reach the point A. This distance covered is the length of the boundary. So this distance is known as the perimeter of the closed figure. Again I am telling, distance covered by a figure when we start from point A and when we again reach to the point A. This complete distance is called the length of the boundary of the figure. And this length of the boundary is known as the perimeter of the closed figure. It is the length of the wire needed to form the figure. If we want to make the following figures, all these figures with the help of wire, so this is the length of the wire which is required to form the figure. The idea of perimeter is widely used in our daily life. Now, one question is there in your mind that, ma'am, why perimeter is required? What is the use of perimeter in our daily life? So, perimeter is widely used in our daily life. A farmer who wants to fence his field. If a farmer wants to fence his field, then he wants certain wire for that. So, how much wire is needed? That he wants to know. So this he knows by finding the perimeter of his field. Second is an engineer who wants to build a compound wall on all sides of a house. Means an engineer who wants to build the boundary of a house. He also wants to know the perimeter. Or a person preparing a track to conduct sports. Okay, for tracks also we need to find out the perimeter. All these people use the idea of perimeter. So what is our conclusion? We conclude that perimeter is the distance covered along the boundary forming a closed figure when we go around the figure once. When we are moving along the boundary of the figure once, whatever distance we are covering, that is called the perimeter. This concept will be more clear to you with the help of some questions. See question number 1. Find the perimeter of the adjoining quadrilateral. Here is one quadrilateral ABCD whose all the four sides measurement is given to you. Measurement of all the four sides are given. 7 centimeter, AB equal to 7 centimeter, BC equal to 5 centimeter, CD equal to 7.3 centimeter and DA equal to 8 centimeter. You have to find out the perimeter of this quadrilateral. So as we know that perimeter is the length of the boundary. So what is our formula here? Perimeter of the given figure equal to AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. Now when I have written here AB, so you will write down the measurement of AB only, which is 7 centimeter. Then plus BC. What is the measurement of BC? BC is 5 centimeter. Plus CD. What is CD? CD is 7.3 centimeter. And plus DA. DA is 8 centimeter. So 7 centimeter plus 5 centimeter plus 7.3 centimeter plus 8 centimeter is equal to 27.3 centimeter. This is the perimeter of the quadrilateral. See one more question. Find out the perimeter of the given figure. As in this figure, names are not given to us. Okay, name of the sides are not given to us. So what we will write down the formula that perimeter of the given figure equal to sum of all the sides, which is 6 centimeter plus 5 centimeter plus 2 centimeter plus 4 centimeter plus 1 centimeter equal to 18 centimeter. So perimeter of the given figure is 18 centimeter. So how will you find out the perimeter of any closed figure made up of entirely of line segments? Simply find the sum of the length of all the sides. Fine? Now we will find out perimeter of a rectangle. You all know what is rectangle? Rectangle is also a quadrilateral, but its opposite sides are equal. Okay, so in the adjoining figure, ABCD is a rectangle. As the length of the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. Now see, in this rectangle, only measurement of two sides are given to us. That AB equal to 5 centimeter and BC equal to 3 centimeter. But we know that in rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So AB must be equal to DC. So if AB equal to 5 centimeter, DC is also equal to 5 centimeter. And if BC is given to you 3 centimeter, so DA is also equal to 3 centimeter. So what is the perimeter of a rectangle ABCD? It is AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. What is the length of AB? It is 5 centimeter. BC equal to 3 centimeter. CD equal to 5 centimeter and DA equal to 3 centimeter. Add them all. You will get 16 centimeter. So perimeter of a rectangle ABCD equal to 16 centimeter. Now see that perimeter of a rectangle ABCD, we have written AB plus BC plus DC plus AD. This we have done. But when we see that AB equal to DC, we said na that AB equal to DC, these are the opposite sides. So in place of DC, now I am writing AB. AB, and in place of DC, again AB. And BC equal to AD. So in place of AD, I am writing BC. So what I got here now? 2 times AB and 2 times BC. Okay. So what we will do? AB plus BC, we will keep 1 time in the bracket, and as they comes twice. Both are coming twice now. So we will keep outside the bracket 2. So the formula for perimeter of a rectangle is 2 multiply by, or we can say in the bracket, length plus breadth. Length is AB and breadth is BC. What is the length of the rectangle ABCD? Yes, it is 5 centimeter and breadth is 3 centimeter. So 5 centimeter plus 3 centimeter is 8 centimeter. So 2 multiply by 8 centimeter equal to 16 centimeter. So whether you are finding the perimeter by adding all the sides of the rectangle, or you are finding the perimeter by the formula, your answer will remain same. Okay, what you have to keep it in mind, that opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. Okay, now you have to do in homework, try these of NCERT book given on page number 206, 207, 208 and exercise 10.1 question 1 in book. Now we will do the homework solution of chapter 3, lecture 11, assignment 2. In this lecture, in this assignment, I have given you some MCQs. First MCQ is, all factors of 6 are. Answer is C. 1, 2, 3. These are the factors of 6. Second question. Which of the following is an odd composite number? 7 is an odd number, but it is not a composite number. 9 is an odd number. Yes. So 9 is an odd number also and composite number also, because 3 3s are 9. Composite numbers are those numbers which have more than 2 factors. So factors of 9 are 1, 3 and 9. And it is an odd number also. So 9 is an odd composite number. Third, the number of even numbers between 68 and 90 is. Answer is 10. Fourth, which of the following is a prime number? For this, you have to find out the factors of all the numbers whose factors are only 1 and the number itself. That is a prime number. So answer is 97. 97 is a prime number. Fifth, which of the following is a pair of twin prime numbers? Answer is 59 and 61. These are the pair of twin prime numbers. Sixth, the number of distinct prime factors of the largest 4-digit number is. For this, you have to write down the largest 4-digit number and then you have to find out its prime factors. And then you have to tell how many distinct, means different, prime factors it has. Answer is 3. It has 3 distinct prime factors. Seventh, the number of distinct prime factors of the smallest 5-digit number is. Answer is 2. Eighth, which of the following is a pair of co-prime numbers? Co-prime numbers are those numbers whose common factor is only 1. Answer is 8 and 45. In 8 and 45, common factor is only 1. So these are co-prime numbers. Ninth, every natural number has a infinite number of multiples. Answer is multiples. 10th, which of the following number is divisible by 4? A number is divisible by 4 if its last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So the number which is divisible by 4 is 5,06,784. 11th, which of the following number is divisible by 8? A number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by last 3 digits is divisible by 8. So answer is 7,03,568. 12th, which of the following number is divisible by 3? A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of all its digits is divisible by 3. So answer is 42,063. 13th, which of the following number is divisible by 9? A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of all its digits is divisible by 9. So answer is 9,72,063. 14th, which of the following number is divisible by 6? A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by 2 and 3 both. So answer is 7,50,972. This number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, so it is divisible by 6 also. 15th, which of the following number is divisible by 5 and 10 both? A number is divisible by 5 if its ones place digit is either 0 or 5. But a number is divisible by 10 if its ones place digit is 0 only. So, a number is divisible by 5 and 10 both is 2,78,940. 16th, if a number is divisible by 5 and 6 both, then it may not be divisible by. Answer is 60. Because 5 and 6, they both are co-prime numbers. Their common factor is only 1. So, if a number is divisible by 5 and 6 both, then it must be divisible by their product also. That is 30, but not by 60. It is divisible by 30 also and by all the factors of 30. But 60 is not the factor of 30. 17th, the LCM of 30 and 45 is 90. 18th, the LCM of 4 and 44 is answer 44. 19th, the LCM of 7 and 13 is, they both are prime numbers. So, their LCM is their product only. 7 multiplied by 13 is 91. So, LCM of 7 and 13 is 91. 20th, number of prime numbers between 1 and 100 are. How many prime numbers are there between 1 and 100? Answer is 25. There are 25 prime numbers between 1 and 100. Okay? Check your answers. Thank you.